Welcome to another edition of the Kendrick Loves to Brand podcast. We are here with my Achi, Christine Ong Te of COTE Events. Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
Ken. Thank you for having me.
Kamusta? How's everything?
Well, still ECQ. MECQ na nga, pero yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
Kind of feels the same, no? um, so I just wanted to before we go talk more about how this quarantine has affected your industry. I'd like to take this opportunity to for the benefit of those who don't have that background on you. How did you get started as a wedding coordinator planner?
A little trivia. Kendrick is my groom. I
Yes,
did his wedding, and
yes.
also
My sister and my brother.
his sister and your
Yeah.
brother. Yeah. Okay. I started actually. It's my 20th year this year.
Wow.
So way back, it's really long, no? And before I used to do it alone, but now I have 8 people working under me. So we do several events already. Not only weddings, we also do debut. We also do birthdays, corporate, anything basta event. Yeah, we do. So parang ano to it's more like a passion to me kasi I used to work in the bank.
Mm.
And in the bank, I used to do on the side. I'm the choreographer, parang in-house choreographer ng bank whenever we have an officers' night. So doon, kasi I used to dance. I used to teach dance. I used to sing. So sing in weddings and teaching dance or choreograph dance in different kinds of events. So parang my idea in the events are really broad. Na before I started doing event coordination talaga by profession. So there, so para nakita ko yung need when I saw myself singing in the parties way back mga late 90s. Bata pa ako hanggang ngayon na. Uh, so when I started teaching also and singing, no, that back then, mga late 90s ganyan. I remember that time wala pang coordinator. Tapos parang I saw the movie of Jennifer Lopez, yung The Wedding Planner.
Mm.
Sayang nga hindi ko na siya napapanood ngayon. How I wish I can still watch that movie of J-Lo. And then I got inspired. So that time parang I was in the bank and then sabi ko parang I want a career that I love doing, which is nanghihinayang ako kasi parang God gave me this talent. I know that I have the talent to organize. That's why ito na I ended up doing events na. And the rest are history. And I'm happy that I'm still here doing the same thing.
So
And my
when
family in the COTE family is really growing.
so when
Sorry.
you were deciding to leave your job in the bank, did you experience any pushback from parents or friends?
Well, at that time I was already married. Okay. When I left the bank, it's a very tricky and difficult decision for me to make because I'm an officer na in the bank. Kumbaga grown na nila ako to be a manager. So, it's a decision, it's very difficult because when I left naman the bank, hindi naman ganito ka-busy yung events ko noon eh. So, since
Mm.
when I do events at the same time I'm in the bank, it's a gina-juggle ko yung time. So, hindi ko priority yung event dahil I have a regular job.
Mhm.
But then, it's a risk to take talaga. Pero kumbaga sabi nga nila, you need to be a risk taker for you to be able to get kumbaga if you're passionate about things, you'll go far eh. So I think that's where I am right now.
So at that time, you were already taking events while you were still. What bank was this,
Yes.
if you don't mind? Which bank did you?
iBank. iBank.
Oh,
Wala na siya ngayon. Nabili na siya ng Union Bank. Yeah, I'm a proud iBanker. Yeah.
nice. So even back then, you were already accepting events. How did you get your very first parang client?
Since I mentioned I do teach dance,
Mm.
I sing before. So I have a client base na rin. So matagal na ako nagtuturo ng dance eh. Siguro na I started teaching dance or being choreographer by profession, na professional. Siguro mga since 1993, more or less ganyan. So I was able to establish certain clients already. So from there, the circle of friends, the circle of people that who knows me, refer me. Alam mo naman sa Chinese community, di
Oh,
ba?
correct.
Refer, ganyan. So, and when I told them that I can plan, because I have their trust already, would you believe my first ever debut? swerte sa akin yun kasi twins sila. In fact, one of them were already my bride. So,
Oh,
nag-full circle na. Then, the first wedding naman, di ko makakalimutan because that was in Century Seafood Restaurant and they had like 100 tables. So, that's 100 tables times 12. So, that's about 1,200
wow.
guests. Di ko makakalimutan yon. It's kumbaga, parang nakatatak yan sa akin.
Speaking of choreography, nag-flashback lang bigla sa akin yung sa wedding namin na, no? This wasn't planned, di ba? Parang nagulat na lang kami ni Ellen when we got to the hotel after the ceremony, after the wedding. Parang biglang sabi mo na lang na we're gonna be dancing, tapos biglang tinawag mo kami. Like both of us didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Parang sabi lang ni Achi Pooh na basta sasayaw kayo. So ganito, madali lang yan. Sunod na kayo sa akin. Ganito. And then all of a sudden we're like, huh? We're gonna be dancing later.
Kasi sa akin, Ken, parang I wanted to make your wedding very memorable and fun and as, kumbaga, organic pa rin naman kahit tinuruan ko sila ng dance. Kasi in the program naman, you guys will dance naman, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero instead of you just do the swing or, the sway usual,
Hmm.
naglagay lang ako ng konting step para naman busog din yung mata ng videographer natin back that
Yes.
time. Kasi, syempre to the people naman listening to us, ang photo and video is an investment sa weddings. It's not small amount of money. So, ako as your coordinator, and Kendrick is a friend to us. Kumbaga, magkakilala kami, bukod pa sa I did the wedding of his sister and his brother. My in-laws are very close to his parents. So, I really go extra mile. I mean, not only because of the people that, like Kendrick, that I know, but to all my brides and to all my grooms, or to all my clients, I go really extra mile talaga. Para I treat my event as my own. Kumbaga, hindi lang because
Hmm.
I'm there to work. Kinikilig pa din ako, umiiyak pa din ako sa kasal. It's not gonna be like parang never ko pa rin naman naramdaman na nagsasawa na ako. Sabi ko nga,
Nice.
pag naramdaman ko yun, maybe that's my calling na I need to move forward
Hmm.
to the next journey. Pero so far, happy pa naman ako. Even this pandemic, ine-embrace ko yung situation ng pandemic sa nangyayari. And ako with my team, together with my team, we look forward of what we can do more, how we can improve. Parang we take this chance para magkaroon kami ng time to reflect, go back to whatever this pending stuff na ginagawa namin. So I think it's really about it's inhibit na sa akin talaga yon yung ano yung passion ko sa event. So yung kunya like I said for the clients no na ginagawa, yeah, photo and video is an investment. So parang I want the video to be worth watching for.
Hmm.
Na um katulad niyan, you and Ellen couldn't parang couldn't forget the idea na tinuruan ko kayo on the spot ng
Yes.
dance. Yun. Ay, hindi lang kayo yan. Marami na akong bride and groom na they really don't want to dance. Pero pagdating ng araw na yun, ewan ko, I have this magic na kaya ko silang i-convince na, sayo naman, bibigyan kayo ng step, konti lang, ganyan.
Yeah.
Wala pa ata tayong 30 minutes nagturuan.
Yeah,
Nakuha nyo na yung
mabilis. Sobrang bilis
sayaw.
nga. And then we were actually very nervous. Like, tama ba yun? Parang ilang minutes lang tayo tinuruan eh. Baka mamaya, baka magkalat-kalat tayo dito, nakakahiya. Tapos parang,
Pero pag nakita mo yung on-site mo, yung same day edit,
oh
kala
yeah.
mo, napaka-complicated ng step, di ba?
Yeah, of course. Kasi
Or
parang kaya,
ilang araw kayo nagsayaw, ilang araw kayo
oh,
nag-practice.
correct. Yung nga tanong sa amin ng parents and yung mga friends, parang, nag-practice pala kayong sayaw eh. Parang, hindi, kanina lang eh. Speaking of that, since you mentioned the pandemic, so let's go through that. How was things? I mean, obviously everyone's been hit hard, and since supposedly walang gatherings, although may mga parties na nangyari recently. um, pero like how has your company and your industry as a whole been coping with the situation?
In the industry, it's very hard. Kasi marami kaming entity in our industry. So definitely, it's hard to accept and it's hard to move forward because March to July, definitely zero events na. Uh, Maraming mga kliyente, I'll go first with the clients who are affected.
Mhm.
It's hard for them, especially those who are directly hit. Like when this happened, that I think if I'm not mistaken, that was March 12 when the government announced.
Mhm.
And March 14, we have an event already. So the you know the attitude of the right attitude towards the situation, the right feelings, hindi mo ma-explain eh. Pero I'm happy din kasi at least all my clients are very positive. Somehow, yan yung reason bakit we don't stop parang planning. Hindi kami tumigil, sa totoo lang. Tumigil lang kami ng Holy Week. We wanted to be visible as much as possible to them. That way, they can feel like, andito kami para sa inyo.
Mm.
We don't want to leave you guys hang on. This pandemic, it only gives us time to prepare more. Parang it gives us time to save more, 'di ba? It gives us time to plan more. Kasi you know that, Ken, you also plan our
Mhm.
wedding and nagtataka ka, at ang daming meetings, ang daming
Oo.
details, 'di ba? Totoo 'yon. Maraming details ang isang kasal. Sa totoo lang, pero bakit? Isang araw lang naman mangyayari yan. Because it's a once in a lifetime thing
Mhm.
eh. So, it's hard. It's for us as a supplier because nawalan ng income ang suppliers starting March until maybe July. We're
Mhm.
hoping sana by August pa isa-isa magsimula na. We're just waiting for the government rules in terms of like ilan lang ba yung i-allow. Pero kung nakikita kasi namin, syempre open yung suppliers. There are so many Zoom meetings going on, live events that going on from different sectors of our industry. And we are ready. Kumbaga, the suppliers are ready to manage and to adjust kung ano man yung ibibigay ng gobyerno. For example, if there's gonna be like 20 people na lang na event, na tao in the event, posible pa rin naman silang kumuha pa rin ng suppliers that they need. Kasi event pa din naman siya eh. Sa totoong buhay, like my case, I had events, 16 lang yung guest, 20 lang yung bisita, 10 lang yung bisita, and they still get suppliers that they need. I just hope that, the clients out there will not have a, kumbaga, they're not gonna change their heart na not to cancel the wedding. Sana reschedule is okay. Para naman to give business pa rin naman sa mga tao, sa mga suppliers natin sa industry.
Alright. So, given this, kasi like, Karina, you mentioned one of your first wedding was 1,200, no?
Yes.
Is it safe to say na yung mga ganong super, super big weddings, hindi na ulit mangyayari in the near future?
Maybe not naman too far, but maybe during the period of this pandemic,
Hmm.
definitely the ratio will go down. I mean, the hotels and the restaurants, the venues that I talk to, they're preparing themselves already with the situation. Not only them, but also my colleagues in the industry, like my co-coordinators, stylists, caterers. They're preparing on that aspect. But we are hoping na sana it will be short time lang
Yeah.
during this pandemic. Sana this will not forgo. Sana by fourth quarter of this year, kahit paano, unti-unti kaya na natin magtumanggap ng more number of people. However, ang magiging changes lang, syempre people are very much sanay na sila na everybody will be wearing mask. Alam mo
Mhm.
'yon? Everybody will be wearing gloves, and maybe the servers will be wearing PPEs or protection para lang matuloy pa din. Kasi tayong mga Pilipino, tayo eh, sanay tayo sa selebrasyon,
Yeah.
right? Hindi, kumbaga, celebration or events are very important to us. So kahit sa konting pagsasalo, masaya na tayo eh. Itong quarantine nga, ang ang sacrifices natin is hindi natin nakikita yung loved ones natin or yung mga friends natin. Struggle sa atin yun eh. Kung sa ibang bansa, okay lang sa kanila because tayo we're sanay of
Mhm.
of having um uh, reunions, gatherings, sanay tayo diyan.
Alright. How do you think, like, kasi one of the things that's really impressed me during this time is seeing how you've been very visible in your industry, sort of rallying not just your own people but your colleagues. Where do you find that strength during this time na, I mean, obviously you've also, been affected by the situation, diba? How did you get that strength to be able to sort of be the voice of reason for everyone and say, kalma lang, ganitong gagawin natin. Where do you get that strength?
Actually, my inspiration are number one are my family and my people. And more than anything, like I said earlier, a lot of the people, a lot of my friends in this industry, or a lot of the suppliers in this industry are very passionate about their work.
Mhm.
Ako, more than the business, I more like I treat in my company, I treat it like my way of helping, my way of making the moment, the once in a lifetime moment, kumbaga we give to our clients very kumbaga being part of it, and be able to give happiness and be able to provide ano yung dream nila is somehow na ano yun eh, kumbaga that's a priceless for me. So, um, hindi ko iniisip na, yeah, struggle siya sa akin, yeah, problema siya, yeah, it's really a serious situation. So, I will not be a hypocrite, Ken, if I will tell you na never in my life during this period of time ng pandemic na nalungkot ako o na-bother ako. Of course, yes. But ako, I'm proud to say that most of the time, I'm positive. Most of the time, I keep on going. Kasi
Mhm.
for me, that never stopped. You know, God has plans. I know that. He might give this challenges to us, pero that shouldn't stop from there. We shouldn't blame him. We shouldn't blame each other. We should not stop striving. This is the test para sa atin to be able to survive. And I have my clients waiting for me to tell them, hey, you have to relax, you have to calm down, you have to, we will manage, we'll be here, we have your back. You know, that's yung makita ko lang yung mga clients ko na lalo na masaya na ako, bonus na ako dahil yung mga karamihan sa mga kliyente ko are very positive about the situation. And none of them are really worried, yes, but siguro ano rin eh, maganda rin kasi yung way of ano rin natin, you know, open communication is
Yep.
very important. And the beauty about ECQ, Ken, not only because of the, you know, I think this is affect and you know, I can see naman sa buong tao na nang undergo under ECQ, marami tayong na-discover. There
Mhm.
are things, you know, there are so many people were naging domesticated na hindi naman sanay na maging domesticated. And I look at it in such a way na this is, to be honest, this is kaming mga nasa industriyang ito, we're so busy. Most of our time we're out. You
Mhm.
know that, Ken. Tayo nga,
Yep.
hindi na nga tayo nagkikita halos, right?
Correct.
Or, kumbaga, I'm a very busy. Totoo yon. Pero I appreciate and embrace the ECQ because sa totoong buhay, I think you will say, you will agree to me na this is the very first time that we spend time with our family as much as like this.
Mhm.
As in, right? As in,
Yep.
hindi tayo lumalabas ha. Kasi on a regular basis, like on a weekend, yeah, we can go and stay with our family, but that's just like how many hours lang, right? Pero yung nasa bahay ka. So, sa akin, yun lang yung nakikita kong parang way para for me to be able to keep going. There's always a silver lining, sabi nga ni Catriona Gray, di ba?
Yes.
Ahead of us. So let's just embrace that silver lining.
That's actually very true, no? Kasi like especially I think in the events industry, since a lot of the events are happening in the weekends, so most of the professionals like you na in this industry, pag weekends, yung usual na family time, wala kayo. So actually, yeah, if you think about it from that end, that's really a major silver lining, no, for this situation. So going back to your early career, and I'm always interested kasi that sa mga mga sa start nung career eh. Um, how how did you determine what you should charge or how much you should charge your first clients? Like, did you have other wedding planners or event planners that you got advice from, or was it something that you just sort of came up with on your own?
Alam mo, magandang tanong 'yan. Wala, ikaw pala nagtanong sa akin 'yan. Thank you for that wonderful question. Okay, how did I begin my service fee? Of course, as reference when I started, I get to ask around, you know, competitors, ano muna tayo, comparison, 'di ba? check mo muna, i-gauge ko din muna my experience. Kasi the way we charge, since we are in service, our service is not tangible, right? It's hard to justify, this is my value already. So I charge my service based on experiences, based on I'm confident that I can charge this amount because I know na my client will believe in me. You know,
Mhm.
importante kasi yung self-confidence eh. Napaka-importante niyan. Sa industriya na to, especially you as a coordinator, you have to make the client believe that this is your rate and you will make it happen, that this is the rate that you're giving is worth their while, worth their money. So, ako, my services, as I grow, kumbaga, hindi ko naman masyado tinataasan yung rates ko. I can tell and say to you, Ken, na alam mo naman yan,
Yes.
na I value, lalo na pag sa Chinese kasi, I value yung suke. I mean,
Mhm.
kumbaga, marami akong mga clients na talagang repeat performances. Katulad dun sa'yo, mga kapatid, ganyan, pinsan, kamag-anak, kaibigan, ang dami niyan. And ako, I value them and I give them a special rate talaga. So, hindi, like I said kanina, di ba, more than the business, I'm very passionate to what I do. So, I really understand. Sometimes nga, sinasabi ko pa nga sa mga tao ko, kayo na lang makipag-usap kasi nahihiya talaga ako. Kasi pag ako yung kausap ko na ilibre ko na yung kote. Parang hindi na, yung kote stands for hindi na Christine, parang charity of the event na siya. Parang ganyan. So, yan. I mean, ako kasi more than getting money or valuing it like how much, ganyan, nahihiya talaga ako kasi ako, I really value kung saan makakatipid yung kliyente. In fact, that's what I do, you know? You know that. That's what I do. I help my client get good deal from, the suppliers as much as we can. I help them fit, within the budget. So, kumbaga, if their budget is like this amount, I help them more or less get the right suppliers for that budget that gives them good quality product then at the same time.
Nice. How did you, okay, how did you, or when did you realize na yes, parang this is the right path, na it's, kasi you mentioned you were already getting events about when you were still in iBank. So at what point did you say to yourself, I think I can make this into my full-time job already?
Um, in the beginning talaga, I really wanted to have my own business. But I wanted something, I know for myself, I wanted something that I'm very passionate about. That way I can be able to, I know myself eh. If I'm passionate on things, alam ko I'll excel. So,
Mm.
I wanted to do, okay, since I mentioned earlier that I used to teach dance and I used to sing, I know for a fact that that's not gonna be permanent. It's gonna be a temporary. Kasi when I grow older, when I age, I couldn't teach dance anymore. I couldn't sing anymore. So I need something like a stable job, a business where I can be able to still share my craft. Alam mo, let me share you a dream of mine. And matagal ko ng dream to. Hindi ko pa rin naman nagagawa, but I was able to build an office kasi I have an office naman na. But I'm not, I don't own the property. I rent it out. Pero my dream kasi can back then talaga is to have a building. Okay? To have a building where there's a studio for dancing, a studio for music, an office for events, an office for party shop, ganyan. Parang that building is all about events. So parang people wala pa namang waste dati, pero parang iniisip ko that time wala pang waste, 'di ba? Parang
Mm.
pag ginugol mo siya, one-stop shop event, parang anything that you wanted to 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 enhance your craft or arts, ganyan, pupunta sila sa building ko, parang ganyan. So yun yung pangarap ko that time.
Okay. So coming from that, so when did you feel like, kasi you said you're turning, COTE is turning 20 years, diba, this year.
20 na siya
20,
this
diba?
year, yes.
20.
Yes.
So at what point dun sa 20 years did you feel na you're firmly established as one of the top event planners in the country?
Mahirap yung tanong na yan. Kasi hindi ko talaga
Walang
kaya sagutin
pa-humble, walang
yan.
pa-humble.
Oo, hindi ko kaya sabihin. Mahirap. Okay, how ba? Maybe, ang hirap naman yan. Teka lang paano ko ba sasagutin yung tanong mo? Wait. Siguro, I feel honored and flattered if I get invited by, kunyari, example, ikaw na lang, hindi dahil magkaibigan tayo at ako yung coordinator mo, pero naisip mong gawing topic tong podcast natin about wedding, no? And if I get invited with like some magazines and in the social media, like recently in preview, uh, they they include our company as one of the top 10 wedding planners in the Philippines. Parang sa akin yun yung recognition na parang hindi ko ina-ask, and siguro isa pa Ken yung masaya ako, maramdaman ko lang na continuous yung event namin somehow. And siguro to answer more your question is maramdaman kong na-refer kami. Yung sinasabi ko nga kanina na uh, I was a coordinator of the, kumbaga, nanganganak yung event. Kumbaga, even sa friends. Kasi masaya ako eh. Alam mo, dumating ako sa point na sa mga event na umuupo talaga ako sa registration. I'm a very hands-on coordinator talaga. When I'm sat at the registration and dumarating ako sa point na para akong member of the family kasi kilala ko na halos yung bisita. Parang ganong level. So, parang masaya ako sa ganon that I feel like some clients of mine treat me like their own. Hindi nila ako parang when kumbaga hindi lang beso-beso, they hug me. So, parang sa akin, dun ko nararamdaman na parang even syempre sinasabi niya ng mga tao, ng mga kaibigan, ng mga kliyente na COTE is really kumbaga one of their top choice. And ito pa Ken, let me share. Dati ang pangarap ko is naiinggit ako nung nagsa-start ako na bakit yung mga photo video parang sila yung priority. Kailan kaya magkakaroon ng chance na maging priority din ng coordinator or ako? Sana dumating yung time na umabot sa point na maging priority din kami, or sana umabot sa point na maramdaman ko na nagmo-move ng date yung kliyente dahil sa COTE, kung kailan lang available yung COTE. Alam mo Ken, sobrang mababaw lang ako, pero pag ginagawa ng mga kliyente ko yan sa akin ngayon, sobrang touch na touch talaga ako. My heart, kumbaga, I'm so moved with what my clients do right now. Kumbaga, that values our existence. And that time, mababaw lang ako. Sabi ko, sana ito, let me share pa, Ken, in terms of growth of my company. When I'm doing this, sabi ko nga sa'yo, mag-isa lang ako. Pero nung simula talaga ako, Ken, let me share a short background lang. I used to have a partner, tatlo kami. And then, after 2 years, naging ako na lang. So, parang, in effect, yung ako na lang mag-isa, sabi ko, sana I can be able to multiply myself. Kunyari, like this time that I'm meeting this client, sana the other time na habang kumbaga parang same time, at the same time may na-accommodate ko din yung meeting ng ibang kliyente. Because of that dream, no? Because of that, maybe kasi I like to do forecasting, I like to be proactive. I'm so risk taker, like I said. I got good people, all right, na managers ko na magpahanggang ngayon nandiyan pa rin sila na dahil sa kanila, I was able to multiply myself. Kumbaga that way we can be productive and proactive to our people, to our clients. So that way, kumbaga, yung kliyente nakakatuwa kasi kahit na wala ako, they wanted to make sure na basta COTE, it doesn't matter. Kasi dream ko din yun, Ken, na kumbaga, my way of training kasi sa mga tao ko is I empowered them. That's how that training I learned from being on a banker, being with iBank, no? Na natuwa ako doon sa the training na how you will empower your people. And I'm a leader myself. I can tell you that, no? I'm an alpha. So ang hirap for myself to let go, you know what I mean? I'm a very OC and perfectionist person na hindi pwede na. So it's good thing that I was able to train them well, and somehow my clients, they hindi lang because of Christine Ong Te, but COTE. The idea of having COTE as part of the event, happy na sila.
Yeah, that's actually a very good answer. Very humble.
Thank you for that. Pinawisan ako doon, ha? Sa tanong mo.
Okay, itong next question baka ano rin, medyo challenging din. Syempre, like, usually naman like, having worked with you, parang in the event always comes out, of course, happy, everyone's ano. Pero have you ever experienced in the 20 years, parang an event na feeling mo parang nag-fail ka as the planner?
Oo naman, hindi naman kami perfect. I don't think a person will be successful if there's no failure behind it. You cannot be successful if there's no failure, if there's no things that you need to improve. There's no such thing as that. Ako, lahat ng nangyayari sa amin, every event, I treat it as uh, parang a learning process, a learning experience. I get to learn from my clients. I get to learn from my co-suppliers. I get to learn from different events na nangyayari, calamities, natural resource, kumbaga, daming challenges. So, sa akin, yeah, hindi kami perfect.
How about how about self-doubt? Is that something that you also deal with or you struggle with?
Self what? Sorry?
Self-doubt.
Yeah, oo, syempre, mahirap 'yun. Mahirap 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 kasing i-manage din 'yung sarili mo, eh. Okay, kanina na-mention ko sa'yo that you need to be confident at all times, 'di
Mm-hmm.
ba? So, pagka I have this in me, Ken, my people know it talaga, na 'pag naramdaman ko ng medyo alanganin, sometimes hindi, sabi ko kanina sa'yo risk taker ako, 'di ba? Pero hindi ako, 'pag alam ko hindi ako confident about it, I'll I'll step back.
Mm.
I'll step back. I don't want to take so much risk if I know na alam kong hindi ako ready.
Mm.
Ganon.
So in those situations, like, so is it a matter of being confident with things that you can really handle, but when it comes to things na sort of outside of your expertise, that's when you feel the self
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah. Yes, yes. Kasi, ano yan eh, not all the times, like I said to you, Ken, no, that, sabi ko nga, we're not perfect. Not everything I can tell you guys. I can tell you na I know. I can tell you if I know. I can tell you if I don't know. And, especially, ayoko mag-take ng risk kasi, lalo na pag sa isang event na once in a lifetime lang. So, parang
Mm.
I want to make sure that everything is, okay lahat, maayos. And then ugali ko talaga na gumawa ako ng plan A, plan B, plan C. Para just in case the client or kumbaga kami, we have like things to anticipate. Kasi that's my role eh. As a coordinator, we plan ahead. We forecast things that, especially for example, ito, basic example lang, Ken. Kung outdoor ang isang event,
Mm. Oh yeah.
'di ba? Kailangan ma-manage mo yung sarili mo na kahit summer yan, we're in a country that unpredicted minsan yung ulan kasi may monsoon rains tayo. So, kahit nakalagay sa weather forecast na, hindi uulan yan, pero kung alam mo kumilimlim ka, ayaw mo, para maging sigurado ka lang, sinasabihan ko na yung mga kliyente ko na let's have a tent. Let's rent a tent, or let's let's give a time until like what time do we need to decide if we're gonna push through the
Mm.
reception, ganon. So parang parang unless sasabihin ng kliyente ko, hindi na, hayaan mo nang mababasa lang naman tayo eh. Okay lang yan. I'm all for it.
Oh,
Ganon. Ganon yung situation. Ganon.
okay. So in your 20 years, I think you've been one of the top wedding planners in the country. So obviously a lot of people look up to you. But ikaw mismo, is there somebody that you look up to? Whether it's in the same industry or maybe outside of your industry, but somebody you look up to as an entrepreneur, as a leader.
mm, Nothing in particular as of now in my head. Pero people that I look up to, maybe those people that really succeed in terms of how they handle people,
Mm.
how they diversify their businesses, how they manage their businesses na parang, kunyari like ito, believe ako sa mga business people. More or ganon. Yung mga billionaires, yung mga nasa Forbes, yung mga, alam mo, meron ako i-share sa'yo. When I was, siguro high school, ang pangarap ko lang maging lusyatan. Kasi sabi ko, by the age of 37, gusto ko may sarili na akong bahay, lupa, parang I'm a billionaire myself, naniniwala ako sa ganun. Kasi, ano ko sabi nga nila, I'm jack of all trades, I do anything, I'm a marketing person myself, I used to sell shirts in Tutuban. I used to sell shoes in Recto, Avenida, ganyan. Simply because I admire a person like yan, sila Mr. Luciatan, sila Mr. Henry C. Yung and yung vision nila is very far.
Mhm.
How do you parang they were like looking at them now, kumbaga kung ako sila ngayon, ang galing nila na napalaki nila yung business nila to an empire. Yan. So
Correct.
parang ako kasi Ken, ano yan kailangan lang maniwala ka sa dream mo 'di ba? So believe ako sa mga taong ganon, yung the perseverance,
Mhm.
the may kasamang talino rin yan syempre sa pagnenegosyo.
Correct.
Diskarte, and the leadership is like what I think Mr. Henry C, no, si Tatang, ang kanyang way of leadership is macro management. So, um, yun, yung these people that I admire, the businessmen that I admire they have this certain skill that made them who they are right now. So sana isa man lang sa skill na yun ma-acquire ko. At syempre may kasamang luck na
Luck,
rin.
of course. It's a big factor for sure.
And
Uh,
Ken, to add, these people, ang pinaka-common denominator nila is they know how the right timing. Yun ang
mm,
gusto ko matutunan. Right? Kumbaga, alam
correct,
nila saan sila yun yung gusto ko matutunan. Yeah.
correct, correct. How about advice for somebody who's aspiring to get into the event industry? What advice would you give them?
Ako, never stop believing yourself. Now, when you say that you wanted to be part of this industry, you need to be passionate. More than you earn, more than you think of how much will you earn per event, you have to consider like how the time kasi Ken, the time and the effort that you're going to dedicate, it's not zero. Kumbaga, it's no joke. There will be a sacrifice that you couldn't spend time much with your family. That's why I appreciate somehow this ECQ, this pandemic, that I get to spend more time with my family and I get to sleep somehow longer as compared to the usual time. So for example, if you're the type of a person na your time is very limited, your time you don't want to embrace kumbaga work na things that you're not used to kasi hindi ka dapat maselan. Yun,
Mm,
importante din yun. And uh, you have to have your own mission and vision as what other companies do. You treat this as your like a regular job, a regular company. Hindi siya pang sideline lang. If you
mm,
feel like pang sideline lang siya, you cannot prioritize what is needed talaga. If you don't have the sense of urgency, if you're not proactive, that's not you. This is not your cup of tea probably. Kasi that's the key. If you're gonna ask me, Ken, what's the secret ingredient to become successful in this industry?
mhm,
Number one, you need to be proactive. Number two, you have to be passionate. Number three, you have to have a sense of urgency. Kasi time is precious. Um, our bride is busy, our clients are busy. The reason being why they get a coordinator is for them to be able to manage their time. So if you cannot give that time to them, maybe that's not for you. You have
mm,
to have a big heart. Kasi para you will be able to understand your client needs. Ako, Ken, para akong psychologist minsan sa mga kliyente ko. Kasi sometimes I pacify their emotions.
mhm,
Some of them, get worried a lot. Some of them argue during the planning session. Some of them, they get too much emotions if they don't feel like, the money that they're spending for a certain supplier is not worth it. Ako, if you need to be the mediator.
Mhm.
You need to be the translator, and you need to be the one to pacify your clients and let them understand, be the bridge between the supplier and the client para they will not misunderstand.
Correct.
Ganun din yung role namin eh. So you need to be that also. And of course, number one, you need to be friendly. Marunong kang makisama. Kasi yun yung masarap sa industriyang ito. You get to meet a lot of people, different types, different crowd. Pero hindi mo sila, you don't let them pass by you. You need to
Mm.
embrace them. You need to recognize them. You need to welcome them. And syempre, I think, Ken, kahit na hindi sa industry nito or sa profession
Yep.
ko, kailangan mo rin tong attitude na to. You always
Correct.
remember where you came from, where you started. You don't put everything on your head. Kumbaga, kailangan ano ka lang, di mo iniisip kung sino ka. What is important is just go and do what you think, do the thing that you normally do, and then um, God will provide you the rest.
Correct. Nice. That's actually I was gonna say nga before you mentioned it na the what I love about the advice that you just give is sure there are some specifics to the industry, but a lot of it is just parang advice that would help anyone who's starting out in any industry, diba? Like making sure that you network, that you're friendly, because you don't know. It's not about thinking na you'll have a use for this person down the line. It's really more of parang
Exactly.
just connecting because you never know. It's a small world, diba? And even
Yes.
more so in an industry. It's a small industry. And yun nga, yung sabi mo parang wag lalaki yung ulo, which is actually very
Mm-mm.
common, at least with yung mga the suppliers that we've worked with, diba? Like so for our own wedding, ikaw, si Ollie, si Jason, parang with all the successes, parang it's very you're very down to earth pa din.
Siyempre.
Naman. So we're coming towards the end of the show. There's three questions that I always ask all my guests. So these all pertain to
Sana masagot
legacy.
ko ng tama ah.
Sige, hopefully. Uh, so the first of the three questions is knowing everything that you know now. Diba? If you were to go back in time to 20 years ago when you were starting pa lang, and you had a
Mm-mm.
chance to talk to younger, Christine back then, and you only had like say a minute lang, sobrang bilis lang talaga. Parang you just went
Mm.
back in time, nakita mo sarili mo, and
Yeah.
then you just have a minute to give yourself advice or even tips or just something like 1 minute. What would you say to yourself?
Maybe back then kasi Christine is a very warrior person.
Hmm.
Um, Lack of kumbaga not much confidence, and I'm a people pleaser. So I can tell to that old Christina, not everybody around you doesn't mean that you need to be nice. I mean, kumbaga you don't need to please everyone siguro. And you need to be tougher, you need to be stronger. You need to believe in yourself more kasi we grow from our experiences. So back then, I'm not that confident. I always have doubt. Like what you asked me earlier, I always have doubt. Now, I can say that somehow improved me a lot. Uh, in effect, no? Kaya ako sabihin ko lang sa kanya na uh, yeah, just continue believing. Just continue whatever you believe. Just don't just be strong, and never doubt yourself. Kumbaga protect yourself by not necessarily that whatever people say to you kailangan maniwala ka. Kailangan
Mm.
kumbaga you have to believe yourself first before you believe other people. Of course advices yung mga ganyan. Pero mahirap kasi pag people pleaser, 'di ba?
Yep.
Naapektuhan ka pag hindi nag-respond sa
Correct.
So that time I'm kind of like that. So there.
Okay, I just thought about this now, no? Because I always ask that question nga na, what would you say to your, younger self? Let's say nangyari nga yun. Let's say you went back in time. knowing yourself before, what do you think would your younger self want to ask you now?
Okay, I think, ang itatanong niya sa akin kung na-achieve ko na ba
Mm,
or, kamusta ka ngayon? Maybe that's the question or makakaya ko ba siya? Yan, I think
nice.
yan.
Those are nice questions. It's very interesting to ponder. No? Okay, let's move on to the second to the last question is, well, you mentioned part of this kanina, but I'm curious, what else are you looking to accomplish over the next 10 years?
It's part of our company's vision to be able to go global. Okay. I'm happy that so far from in our 20 years, we were able to have weddings abroad already, Australia and one in Bali. We hope to continue that. We wanted kasi for to be able to be around the globe. Kasi ano ka, dream ko mag-travel. Masaya kasi mag-travel kasi kumikita ka pa, 'di ba? So,
Or
'yun. And actually, Ken, I've been going around also different places abroad, only prenup. Kasi I go with my clients and the photographers nila sa prenup. So I plan their parang ano yan, kasama, kumbaga matagal ko na siya ginagawa. Wala pang stylist dati. Parang nagsa-semi-stylist na ako. In fact, sometimes ako pa nga nagme-makeup sa mga bride ko eh. Parang ganyan. Gusto ko pala idagdag yun. Sa mga aspiring coordinators din pala, Ken, they need to be somehow, hindi naman kailangan na jack of all trades, pero at least they're very open-minded to learn things na kahit na outside their turf. Kasi
mm,
like ako, yung sa prenup, dapat ready ka na maging assistant, ready kang maging photographer, ready kang maging stylist, ready kang maging makeup artist, ready kang, kumbaga, lahat ng yon ine-embrace mo. Hindi ka dapat namimili ng trabaho.
correct.
So, um, yun, isa yun sa gusto namin sa company, yun, to go global. And to be able to be uh, honestly, it's kind of hard to be to where we are right now to maintain that. Yung dream ko lang is ma-establish ko to continue to give the right service, the same service that what COTE gives since the time that we started, and to be able to give more and serve more. Yun yung gusto namin.
Okay, so before I ask the final question, I just wanted to acknowledge you again for being inspirational for me, seeing how you've handled this whole pandemic situation for your
Thank
industry.
you, thank
It's
you.
been inspirational to me, and of course, I just want to acknowledge you. Talking with you today has brought back a lot of the good memories. No wedding
Yes.
namin.
And these questions you never asked, diba?
So, my very final question: how do you, Christine Ong Te, want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a person with a good heart. I want to be remembered as a person as ako, Kote or Christine Ong Te, a person uh, with beautiful smile, a person that will can when you talk to me, I can really remove the stress. I can really somehow kahit isang minuto lang or segundo lang, pag nakausap mo ko if you're down, I
Mm,
can I can take that away from you. Kasi I really want to help Ken. Kumbaga, I think this is my calling. If you're gonna ask me, bakit ko nga ba naisip, no? Tingin ko, ang idadagdag ko sa sagot mo, siguro, being a coordinator is God plan talaga, ever since. Siguro pinanganak pa lang ako, alam na niya na, ay, coordinator ka. Para ganon. So, I want to bring smile to people. Kasi somehow, when I give smile to people, that, for me, that will take away so much of pains, of
yep.
worry, of stress. And para mawala yun, bonus na sa akin yun.
All right. That's a very, very beautiful answer. Sabi mo, wag ako magtanong ng Miss Universe question but I think
Ha, oo
you
nga
just
eh.
gave you just gave a Miss Universe answer.
Talaga? Pero alam mo, just to share, Ken, I have a Facebook Live, Christine Ong Te Events page sa Facebook. You guys can still watch it. The reason we call that live Coffee with Christine. Why Coffee with Christine? Kasi way back 2011, when I had this idea na why don't I reach out naman to our Singapore kababayan who planned their wedding in the Philippines.
Mm.
Kasi marami sila eh. There's so many soon to wed couple na based in Singapore. And I thought of why not I go there and had the chance to, meet our clients. Actually, kahit hindi kliyente okay lang. Basta soon to wed ka. Kung may tatanungin ka about kasal, feel free to drop by to one coffee shop in Ion Mall. Then puntahan nila ako. So, awa ng Diyos, may pumunta naman, natuwa naman sila. So that we call that Coffee with Christine. So I nag-evolve yan to Singapore Bridal Caravan, which I organize naman the bridal fair annually. So itong pandemic, the only thing na namimiss ko is yung makasama ko yung mga suppliers. And of course, the event per se. And syempre, as the day goes by, a lot of questions, a lot of topic have been raised during the pandemic about weddings and suppliers and clients are asking around and all that. So naisip ko, I want to do something to give back to our industry somehow and of course to all our clients and to all the soon to wed information, ideas, and at the same time entertainment. Kaya nga, the Coffee with Christine, sana manood kayo. Marami po sila, kasi silang matututunan doon eh. I featured different friends in the industry na suppliers. They give their tips, their updates about their product, how they started. And at the same time, they get to know the suppliers up close and personal. Kasi ako, that's how I get to talk to them. Madalas I make chika-chika than the business. So, I mean, that's the beauty of having part of this industry. So, you get to get chika-chika, ganyan, to the suppliers, ganyan. So, yun yung reason, I want to bring smiles somehow to all our friends in the industry and to the soon-to-wed couple na they can be encouraged that never stop believing. You can still plan. God just gave us more time to prepare. Ikaw nga, Ken, kayo ni Ellen, I remember when we were planning the wedding, nabitin na kayo kaagad kasi nangyari yung napakahabang planning natin and then one day lang, poof, wala na, tapos na. So, sinasabi ko sa mga couple ko na lang yan ngayon na ayaw nyo nun, mas mahaba yung planning natin, mas marami tayong time to talk and discuss about their wedding. Right. Tapos, kunyari, in the music industry, for example, in the music entertainment, mas marami ning library nila in terms of music na gagamitin nila for the songs. So, that leaves them time to prepare. Ayun. Ang dagdal ko, sorry
That's good. We'll link the Facebook page for them to
thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Achi.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review the show on iTunes. It will help more people discover the show. You can also share a screen cap of the show on your social media accounts. Make sure to tag me and let me know which part of the episode you like or didn't like. All feedback is certainly welcome, so feel free to reach out to me on Instagram @KendrickPo to let me know what topics you'd like to be covered next and who you want to hear or learn from in future episodes. Until next time, do the work you want to see done, because life's too short to not be creating your life's work.